I was in 2 months of honeymoon bliss. I had all my outfits literally in the closet hanging, ready to be worn. You know, the size 8, healthy, working out 5 times a week. Life is great. We're the king and queen of the prom. I've known him since I'm 20. I trust this man with my life. We're in a band together. We're rocking on stage. You know, I'm winking at him between songs. It's a love affair of all love affairs. It's awesome. It is so beautiful and storybook. It's like a childhood sweetheart, you know, thing. And then in seconds, I go from, and the winner is, you know, 5-time Grammy Award-winning artist formerly known as the Judds, to Mrs. Mosier begging God for a miracle. And from there, we stayed in hospitals. From there, we went home to a newly renovated house that is set up for physically challenged. That's not my idea of the first year of marriage, or even the first 10 or 20.
Wouldn't be anybody's idea.
No. You're supposed to, I'm literally in the shower. You know, when they say, you know, she's my better half. I won't go that far, but I will tell you I was his other half. And I'm literally in the shower, standing there holding him up, because he doesn't have a left side. He has no use of his left hand and no leg. And I'm literally looking off like, you know, we're supposed to do this like when we're 80 or 90, and I'm not really ready for this, you know? We have a band, we have a tour, we have everything in life going for us, and why is this happening? Absolutely. I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't have time, actually, for the complaining part. My mother always taught us, get up and move towards your destination. You know, can't die in the poorhouse. I remember that like yesterday. I just have a philosophy. It's not even about being, oh, Wynonna, you're so strong, and oh, this and oh, that. It's called necessity. If we didn't get up off our butts, we didn't eat. If we didn't hoe the garden, we didn't have food. It's not like, oh, I'm such a believer. I'm so going to, you know, overcome this. There's no song of strength. There is a begging God to meet me, you know, at the finish line. I'm just trying to make it happen to where this man was told he's never going to play again. And I'm like, I'm mad enough to square off with the devil and say, really? Wrong girl, wrong day.
Is it good now or not yet?
Beyond good. It's actually better. I don't, and this is really weird, I don't even see the missing leg. He is a stud on the ski slopes in Telluride for 4 days, skiing. He doesn't stop. He doesn't say no. He goes, it might take me a little longer, but he doesn't say, can't do that. He just does it, and it's amazing. I don't know how he does it, but he does. He's one of the most joyful people, and it's great at the right time. But I'm so, you know, emotional and spirit-filled. Sometimes he'll be like, just breathe. Don't tell me to just breathe. You have a better chance of baptizing a cat right now, Cactus.
Well, what a life you've led. What a life you have led.
I know.
What is the best thing that's happened to you? What's the single best thing that's happened to you in your adult life?
My children that are absolutely bringing me to my knees on a daily basis. They are amazingly challenging. It's just life.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you?
Ooh, I've had a lot of loss this last year, whether it was animals or loss of relationships long-term, or even death, you know, of some of my dear beloved legends like George Jones, just the passing of people, the end of an era, realizing that life is really short. I think for me, just the word loss, in whatever form. I lost a lot last year.
One favorite hymn.
Oh, Lord my God, when I wonder. I mean, I hear that and I go, and I've sung it at more funerals. I sang it at Tammy's memorial. I sang it at George's. I sang it at Carl Perkins. I mean, it's just one of those songs that I hear it and I just stop. It's on YouTube. I'm in Italy and I'm singing in this 1600s built, you know, Catholic church. How great thou art. I am just, there's something about it. When I hear it, I just, my whole being just stops and I go, is the Lord returning? you know. It's one of those songs. Amazing Grace, I named my daughter Amazing Grace because we almost died. And therefore I'm spiritual because I tried doing it all on my own and it didn't work. That line about you don't know how much you need God till God is all you have.
Now, I had a version of this earlier. I'm going to come back on it. And we're not being morbid here, but if it's your memorial service,
Okay.
and they're going to play one of your songs.
One of my songs?
Yes. What song would it be?
I wouldn't allow that. Probably. That feels weird. I'm sorry, did I cut you off? I didn't mean
No,
to.
but you don't get to say. Remember, you're gone.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm still trying to control that. That's my problem. You're saying if someone picked a song of mine
Yes.
to play, what would I
If they
pick?
come to me and say, Dan, you're going to have to pick one of Wynonna's songs.
To sing or
Just
play?
one, to sing or play.
I can honestly say no one's ever asked me that. I want to be funny, because that's usually my first out the gate. I would have to say Love Can Build a Bridge. Wait, did I just say that out loud? That's a Judd song. See how enmeshed I am with all that? I'm still there. And that little 18-year-old girl going, Mom, do you think I did a good vocal on that song? I would say probably something gospel, one of my more spiritual songs, rather than something, aggressive and rock chick. I would definitely go for something more tender. And, well, people who know me know what my heart pieces are. They're the songs that may not have even been number one, but the fans love them. There's a song we did called Guardian Angels, for instance, that the fans still ask for. That's a cult favorite, if you must have a term. So I don't know. I think it would probably be How Great Thou Art of mine, because it's just such a universal, there's no category.
When you tour, you talked about a new sound for you. What are you talking about?
I'm returning to the well. I'm making my voice the main instrument. I think sometimes we get distracted by too many instruments. We get too much about production. And I'm literally thinking I'm going to walk out on stage on this tour and just belt out something a cappella, which for me just doesn't happen. So the sound is, as my husband called it recently, just to try to nail it down, is sort of the idea of Civil War rock, in that it's Civil War based on going back in time and getting down to the nitty-gritty instruments of what it was like in the early times, as well as rock in that it still just has, oomph to it. So it's a combination of traditional and the new. It's just simple and raw, and it makes, I know this, I was in the studio the other day and heard the track and I wanted to run really fast. It does something to us, primal. You just hear these instruments and it makes me want to boogie. Oh my gosh. And it's so awesome to have that at this point in my career.